check! It's English O'Clock! Ang pag-aaral ng English upang madaling matutunan, bakit hindi natin simplihan? Halika! Manood at makinig sa English Teacher ni Juan!
Kung bago ka pa lang sa channel na to, huwag kang matakot. I made learning English easy for you. Please like, comment, and subscribe. At pakishare mo na rin sa iba para marami pang mga Juan na gaya mo ang matuto.
Good day everyone! For today's video, we are going to talk about the socio-cultural context in reading. Are you excited to know more? The target learning competency for this video is analyze a literary text as expressions of individual or communal values within the socio-cultural context. These are the lesson objectives. Note socio-cultural practices and beliefs shared and unique around the globe. Define socio-cultural terms associated with a certain practice. Tara at magsimula na tayo. What is socio-cultural context? The socio-cultural context in reading refers to how social, cultural, and historical factors influence the way individuals interpret and understand the texts. It considers that reading is not just a cognitive process, but it is also shaped by external elements like a person's background, community, language, traditions, and societal norms. Here's a breakdown of key elements that affect reading in socio-cultural context. Number 1. Cultural background. Readers bring their own cultural experiences, values, and knowledge when interpreting texts. This background affects how they perceive characters, settings, and themes. For example, someone raised in an American culture might interpret a story about Filipino culture differently than someone from the Philippines. Example, an American who reads about a Filipino story focusing on close family ties. American people live independently once they reach legal age to start a family of their own. They put their old parents in an institution who will take care of them until they die, while us Filipinos live with them and take care of them. They still are part of our family even if we already have built our own. In this example, Americans might not easily understand this part of our culture since this is different from their own. Next, language and dialects. Language shapes thought, and the language or dialect a person speaks influences how they make meaning of texts. Texts written in readers' primary language might be more easily understood, while those in a second language might pose challenges. Additionally, some cultures have oral storytelling traditions that shape how written narratives are interpreted. Number 3. Social practices. Reading is often a socially situated activity. In different communities, there are various practices regarding reading. In some cultures, reading might be a communal activity. Example, storytelling, group reading. While in others, it may be more of an individual activity. This affects how reading is perceived and practiced in different settings. Number 4. Historical and political context. The time period and political climate during which a text was written and when it is read can deeply impact its interpretation. Texts written during periods of war, colonization, or social movements might be read differently depending on the reader's awareness of those historical events. Social identity. Factors like gender, race, ethnicity, religion, class, and sexuality influence how a reader engages with a text. For instance, A text with themes of oppression or liberation might resonate differently with readers depending on their personal experiences related to these identities. Number 6. Family and educational background. A reader's early exposure to books, literacy, and the types of reading materials available in their family or community can shape their reading habits and preferences. Educational systems also play a role by introducing specific types of literature or literary traditions that influence how individuals interpret texts. 7. Community and peer influence. Reading is also shaped by the communities and groups to which individuals belong. Peer recommendations, book clubs, and community discussions about books can influence how a person interprets and values certain texts. Social pressures can sometimes dictate what kinds of books are deemed acceptable or desirable. Number 8. Technology and media influence. The rise of digital media and internet has expanded the ways in which reading takes place. Social media platforms, ebooks, and audiobooks change the traditional experience of reading. Furthermore, online forums, discussions, and reviews allow for a more collective engagement with texts, influencing interpretation. Number 9. Intertextuality. Readers often engage with texts based on their prior knowledge of other texts, including literature, media, and pop culture. The meanings derived from one text may be influenced by others they've encountered within their socio-cultural sphere. Now, the following are examples of socio-cultural context in reading. First, religious texts. The interpretation of religious texts like the Bible, Quran, or Bhagavad Gita often depends on cultural traditions and social beliefs, leading to a variety of understandings across different societies. 2. Colonial and post-colonial literature. A reader from a formerly colonized country might have a different interpretation of a text dealing with colonization compared to a reader from the colonizing country. Third one, multicultural texts. In multicultural societies, readers may encounter texts from diverse perspectives, offering different worldviews that shape how stories are interpreted and understood. So, understanding the socio-cultural context in reading helps us appreciate the diversity in interpretation and meaning-making among different readers and cultures. It emphasizes that meaning in texts is not fixed, but rather dynamic and shaped by the social and cultural lenses through which people engage with literature.